Some transformations are subtle in the ways they show up in the outer world. They may not announce themselves. They can show up in the way somebody walks in the room, how they hold a boundary, how they speak up. A woman came to me, a body worker by calling, whose entire professional life was built around tending to others. And she'd learned very early that love required the same thing, that to stay connected to the people she needed, she had to set aside what she needed, that her desires were somehow too much. By the time she found me, that pattern had shaped much of her world, including her health. She arrived carrying survival fear that had been with her from very early on, and a hunger for real connection that had never been fully met. The way she'd learned to cope was to fold herself around other people's needs and see that as love. The work we did together didn't go straight at the pattern, it went beneath it to the place where the pattern had taken root, to the part of her that had never fully believed that she was worth protecting. What unfolded wasn't fast and it wasn't linear. Each session opened something. Each opening made the next one possible. This is how deep change actually moves. Gradually, something began to solidify inside her. Not a new belief she'd talked herself into, but a felt sense of her own worth. Something she could locate in her body, something real. From that place, she began to do something she'd rarely done before. She began to name what she needed, and then, quietly and without apology, she began to protect it. New boundaries emerged, not as walls, but as a natural expression of the self-respect she was finally able to feel. She began asking for what she actually needed in her closest relationships with her children, even in places where she'd been silent for years. By the end of our work together, she said she was now occupying her home and her body, standing her ground, radiating her true essence, which was something she'd kept under wraps for a very long time. She's not folding herself around other people's needs anymore. What changed wasn't her circumstances, at least not at first. What changed was that internal agreement that she'd been living by without even fully realizing it. The one that said her worth had to be earned by making herself useful, palatable, small. When that agreement dissolved in her body, not just her thinking, she became someone her life had to reorganize around. And that's what this work can do. If something in this story stirred something in you, I'd love to offer you a gift. It's called Soulful Sunrise. It's a short morning ritual designed to help you root, open, and reconnect to your own inner wisdom. Each step is simple and embodied, and it takes just a few minutes to move through. And in the meantime, I'd like to thank you so much for being here and for being you. Namaste and many blessings to you, my friend.